Issue 4. Should schools step in when cyberbullies strike? Cyberbullying is a big problem. More than half of U.S. students say they've been cyberbullied. Parents, kids, school leaders, and even politicians have different ideas about how to stop cyberbullying. Some say schools should deal with it. Others fight for tougher laws to punish bullies. But when attacks happen online, who's in charge of punishing cyberbullies? What's the right kind of punishment? Should schools take action? Only parents? Or should cyberbullies answer to the police? Page 41. Data file. The new bully is an invisible enemy that can attack your reputation, damage your self-esteem, and invade your privacy. What is cyberbullying? Cyberbullying is purposely and repeatedly harming someone using computers, cell phones, or other technology. It may include harassing someone by sending threatening emails, voicemails, or text messages, forwarding someone's private messages, photos, or videos to others without permission, stealing someone's password or screen name and pretending to be that person, setting up websites to harass someone. How serious is the problem? Cyberbullying is a significant issue that impacts many teens. 25% of 11 to 18-year-olds have been cyberbullied. 17% of students admit that they have cyberbullied others. Girls are more likely than boys to experience cyberbullying. Victims of cyberbullying feel depressed, sad, angry, and powerless. Students who are cyberbullied at school feel that school is not a safe or positive place. Cyberbullying often leads to school absences, low academic performance, and school violence. New Bully at School by Lucas Chen. Why do so many teens cyberbully? How does it feel to be their target? Here are answers from two teens. One, a bully, the other, a victim. 17-year-old girl from Pennsylvania. I recently picked up on an old friend of mine, for what I will not reveal because it was unusually cruel. However, she had done something to me that was equally as wrong, if not worse. I decided not to be a friend any longer, and I spread her deepest secrets to everyone. I felt somewhat guilty. At the same time, it was a payback. 14-year-old girl from New Jersey. Being bullied over the internet is the worst. It's torment, and it hurts. They say sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That quote is a lie. I don't believe in it. Sticks and stones may cause nasty cuts and scars, but those cuts and scars will heal. Insulting words hurt and sometimes take forever to heal. Cyberbullying has become a significant part of teens' social life. At the same time, it has invaded school life. Most cyberbullying is done off of school property, but much of the hurt, mockery, and revenge it creates takes place at school. So where does a school's responsibility for cyberbullying start, and where does it stop? 1. Responsibilities versus rights. A new middle school student in Ridgewood, New Jersey became the target of cyberbullies who created a Facebook group to humiliate him. They posted ethnic slurs, mocked the boy, and gave him an insulting nickname. Other students flocked to the site and joined in the harassment. The boy's father came to the school's principal and begged for help. How should the school respond? Many people say that the school has no authority to take action. The cyberbullying happened off campus and online. No physical harm was done to the boy and no crime was committed. After all, students have a right to free speech, even if that speech is hurtful. However, supporters of the victim say a student has the right to attend school without being harassed and humiliated. The school should guarantee its students a safe and secure place to get an education. It's not right to stand by and allow cyberbullying to affect students to the point of depression or worse. The Ridgewood principal's response balanced the school's responsibility with the students' rights. He alerted teachers, and they spotted the bullies taunting their victim at school. Then he called the bullies into his office. Page 44. And told them that the police were monitoring their Facebook group. The threat worked. The group came down the next day. 2. We're watching you. What about cyberbullying that happens inside school? Even that is not a clear-cut issue. Many schools have an acceptable use policy that outlines rules for using school technology. But how do school officials find out whether students are breaking the rules? Deb Sosha, a principal at a middle school in Dorchester, Massachusetts, monitors activity and data on the laptops the school gives to students. I regularly can scan every computer in the building, Sosha says. They know I'm watching. They're using the cameras on their laptops to check their hair, and I send them a message and say, "You look great. Now go back to work." Does the school have a right to spy on students like this? Some parents and lawmakers think this type of monitoring falls within the school's rights, but others believe it violates students' privacy. The situation gets even stickier with cell phones. A recent study estimates that 75% of 12 to 17-year-olds send text messages on their phones and 64% send picture messages. More than half of teens with cell phones have texted during school hours. What if a cyberbully threatens a school over a cell phone while at school? In 2014, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that searching someone's cell phone without a warrant is against the law. But some schools treat cell phone searches the same as they do locker or book bag searches. They say that on school grounds, school rules apply. We are going to continue to use common sense, says Cincinnati, Ohio School Superintendent Kelly Middleton. If there's a threat of danger, we're going to take the student's phone and let the courts figure it out later. 3. Crime and punishment. What happens when a student is caught cyberbullying? Is it a crime? What is the punishment? JC, an 8th grader in Beverly Hills, California, took a video of her friends making mean and sexually explicit comments about another girl and posted it on YouTube. The principal suspended JC for 2 days, and JC's father sued. He said the school could not suspend his daughter for something that happened outside of school. A judge agreed, and the school ended up paying over $100,000 in legal fees. Many schools don't want to be the internet police. They also don't want to get involved in a lawsuit. Does that mean cyberbullies can get away with anything? No, not when cyberbullying is an actual crime. Cyberbullying is criminal when it involves threats of violence, stalking, hate crimes, obscene text messages, or extortion. The courts have also ruled that schools can step in to prohibit cyberbullying when it causes significant disruption in school or interferes with a student's right to be secure. What is a just punishment for non-criminal cyberbullying? Schools use suspensions, expulsions, and calls to parents. Some go further and notify college admission officers and potential employers. Everyone agrees on one thing: students should know the laws and rules about cyberbullying and be held accountable for obeying them. In general, teens are responsible for their own actions. But who is responsible for cyberbullying, and which impacts so many, both bullies and victims?